Hey guys, it is Tuesday. Heading out. Been hearing about snowstorms and stuff. Maybe it's missing us. Maybe it's more like New York, Boston area or something that's getting real snowstormy. Because it was actually pretty nice out. At least on this fine Tuesday. Walked over to the post office, picked up a package, and wanted to take a bike out. I'm gonna go pick up the nephews from their school, but those bikes weren't available. So I'm just walking over to the next rack, looking at the snow plows doing their thing. Looks like they're moving some snow around, I don't know, in the areas that they haven't plowed in, and I guess this is what it looks like. Not the best for biking, but there's enough space that I can ride on through here. So yeah, overall not too bad. Around Bay, pretty big snow pile there. I'm not sure if the Bay Street bike lanes are good. I figured I'd just keep riding along College until Sherbourne. Go down here. This one section was bad, but other than that, Sherbourne, pretty good. So it is what it is, that winter biking. It's kind of cold today. So I'm going into the St. Lawrence Market. I'm here like 40 minutes early. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the biking was going to work out, so I wanted to leave early, and picking out stuff from the post office again. Sometimes there's like a line that takes 20 minutes, so I guess I gave myself like an hour and 20 minutes to get down here, even though it usually takes like 35 minutes in a summer's day. But whatever. Hung out, looked at some cabbage peelers. Thought about getting that one. $20 though. The cabbage peels looked kind of thick for what I want. So yeah, waiting for the boys to get out of school, and eventually they did. Took like, I don't know, 10 minutes from their pickup time. I don't know why it takes so long sometimes, but I guess it just does. Anyways, walking back to their place, looking at the lake, looking pretty frozen still, so that's nice. And yeah, it's nice that this sidewalk is done instead of forcing everybody to be on the Martin Goodman Trail. It's just good now. So yeah, we're back at their house. We hung out for maybe like 5 minutes, and then Amanda came home. I was like, oh, she's already back. Oh yeah, and the thing I picked up from the post office was magnets, which I showed to the boys, because who doesn't like magnets? And I kind of just got them because they were cheap and like needed some things to get free shipping. And who knows, I feel like magnets are good for DIY stuff. Yeah. Anyways, that was some good hanging out. I'm heading home now. I guess I'm not gonna head straight home. I was kind of thinking of heading over to Value Village, just cause. Looking at that bus stop, so many people on that bus. I guess 4:30. Everybody got out of school or something here. Yeah. Anyways, biking uphill, a bit of a slog, but it is what it is, folks. Got up here alright. Went over to the Value Village, the one at Yonge and Dundas. So yeah, there's not really anything I'm looking for in particular anymore. Kind of just like to look at the stuff. You never know what you're gonna find. Today, I mostly found some junk. I like looking at these clacky things. That's always fun. They had a decent looking plant light, but when I plugged it in to test it, only one of the bulbs turned on. And I'm like, $15 for only one working bulb on this shotgun bottle. It was kind of fun. Shotgun shell. It looked like it hadn't been used as well, but I don't know, $8. I already have a bunch of water bottles, you know. I like this giant ladle, just because of this giant ladle. It's like as big as most of the pots there. So yeah, didn't get anything, just liked looking at that junk. Then I rode home, and there's some fire trucks going off. Yeah, I was going over to the Fresco, and there's a bit of a hubbub going on at Fresco. What? Yeah, it turns out just some guy pulled the fire alarm and then ran away. Not sure the full story, but that's kind of what it sounded like they were talking about. And yeah, I guess they just went in and turned off the alarm and saw that everything was okay. So, didn't take long for me to get in here looking at some lettuce. Yep. Still in the mood for hamburgers wrapped in lettuce. That's been pretty tasty this past few days, so let's enjoy it for another few days. Yeah. And I guess I didn't take any pictures of the burgers. I was just too into eating them. But yeah, mostly just chilled out, played some games, ate those burgers. Anyways, Wednesday, we've gotten some more snow. Fortunately, it does not look like it's really sticking to anywhere important. Things are still pretty clear. Looks like a car hit this planter box bed thing again, which is odd. Or who knows what caused that broken brick. Something happened there. And today's bike ride was even better than yesterday's. I went down University and along Adelaide. They were all pretty clear and not very busy, so that was good. And it's a bit wet. I guess it's been snowing and raining and stuff, but the chairs here are all like a metal mesh, so even though it's been raining or whatever, the chairs felt pretty dry. So I'm just sitting here. I got like 20 minutes to kill until it was time to pick up the boys. Doesn't feel as cold today as it did yesterday either, so that's nice. And yeah, walking back to their place again. This time Amanda showed up as we were in the elevator lobby. The heck? Yeah, we were a little bit faster today even. So tomorrow they have a bake sale, at least the Heroes class. And gonna help make some Rice Krispie squares. Yeah, Amanda's having a nap. Tired after a day of working. That makes sense. You seem pretty into helping. Making these Rice Krispie squares. I thought, Rice Krispie squares, it's not dangerous, right? But it was a little bit dangerous. I guess some of the hot marshmallow touched his arm and he's like, ah! But it cooled off right away, so maybe it was a good amount of dangerous. So like it enforced that things are hot in the kitchen. But it didn't actually hurt him. Just freaked him out a little bit. And yeah, we started making wigs. They want wigs to look like some of the Saja Boy characters from K-pop Demon Hunters. And I suggested we make them out of paper. So this is Mystery, that's what Hero's trying to look like. And, it's hard to make a wig. I think River's one turned out better. Pretty good even. He's looking like this guy. And in the movie, they drink hot sauce. So, that's their reenactment of the hot sauce drinking scene from the movie. That's what it looked like, I guess. So, yeah, that's some interesting hanging out. I'm heading home again. This time I just head straight home. Because, yeah. All in all, another good ride home. Walking the long way since I don't want to go through a bunch of slush. Still a little slushy. I don't know. Later, guys.